Welcome to the results video for UFC Nashville, where we will break down all the picks and method of victory predictions made by the UFC prediction channels on YouTube for this event, and find out which ones were the least and most accurate with their winner picks and the least and most profitable. And we do the same for the method of victory predictions. The least accurate channel for picking the winner for this event we have at number 5, Paul from the Boogie Beatdown with 5 out of 9 correct for 55.6%. In 4th place we have the following 6 channels with 6 out of 12 correct, 5 out of 10 or 3 out of 6 for 50%. And I forget to mention, for the least and most accurate picks, I only include channels that made a minimum of 6 picks or 50% of all the fights. In 3rd place with 5 out of 12 correct we have Guaranteed from Brostock MMA for 41.7%. Lucrative James is in 2nd place. He had 2 out of 7 picks correct for a correct pick percentage of 28.6%. And the least accurate channel this week was Brandon from the Santino DeFranco podcast. He had 1 out of 6 correct for 16.7%. In 4th place for most accurate channels for picking the winner we have the following 17 channels in alphabetical order, and all of them had 10 out of 12 correct for 83%. In 3rd place is Sansu Tips with 6 out of 7 correct for 85.7%. In 2nd place is the Sportsbook Killer with 7 out of 8 correct for 87.5%. And in 1st place for the most correct picks we have the following 5 channels: 138 MMA, Fight IQ with Fun, Live It Larry MMA, Tony Has Died and Angelo from We Want Picks. All at 11 out of 12 correct for 91.7%. And here is the overview of all 126 channels that I've tracked this week, including those that made less than 6 predictions, with the correct picks, total picks and the correct pick percentage. Which channels were the least profitable if you had blindly followed all of their picks and placed a $100 moneyline bet on each of them, whilst ignoring their level of confidence or if they like the odds. At number 10 we have Fresh Start MMA with a return on investment of minus 26.6% over his 12 picks for a loss of $319. At number 9 are Half the Battle, JP from Locked Door MMA and the MMA Fortune Teller. All 3 of them made the exact same 12 picks for a minus 27% ROI. At number 8 we have these 7 channels with a minus 30% return on investment. In 6th place is Hank's Warzone with minus 36.3%. Real Sports Bet Picks is at number 5 with minus 38.4%. With a return on investment of minus 40.1%, we have Pete from Fight HQ and That Betting Dude in 4th place. MMA BG is in 3rd place with minus 41.3%. Lucrative James is in 2nd place with a return on investment of minus 50.6% over his 7 picks. And the least profitable channel this week with their winner picks was Brandon from the Santino DeFranco podcast. He only made picks for the main card and had 1 out of 6 correct, for a loss of $483 and a return on investment of minus 80.4%. A lot worse than the rest. Which channels were the most profitable with their picks for this event? At number 10 we have Bet Sam, Bryce from Boston, Glenn Butt and Mystic KO. All 4 of them made the exact same picks for a profit of $341 and a return on investment of 28.5%. Sharing 9th place we have Greedo Plays MMA and Johnny K Picks with an ROI of 32.2% over their 12 picks. With a 32.9% ROI we have Funky Bunch MMA at number 8. In 7th place we have Sean and Tyrell from the Running Mouth MMA show, who made the exact same picks for a return on investment of 35.1%. At number 6 we have Kunat and MMA Play 365 with a 40.4% ROI. In 5th place with a 33.8% ROI we have DRYWALL. Sharing 4th place we have Fight IQ with Fun, Live It Larry MMA and Angelo from We Want Picks. All 3 of them picked the same winners for a 46.4% ROI. In 3rd place we have Tony Has Died with a return on investment of 58.5% over his 12 picks. With a 65.1% return on investment we have 138 MMA in 2nd place. And in 1st place for the most profitable channel with their winner picks we have Sansu Tips. He had 6 out of his 7 picks correct, which gave him a profit of $707 for a very good return on investment of more than 100% for 101. Congratulations to Sansu Tips and the rest of this top 10 for being the most profitable predictors with their winner picks. And here is the overview of all 126 channels that I've tracked this week, including those that made less than 6 picks, with their profit or loss, their return on investment, correct picks, correct pick percentage, and total money invested. Which channels were the least accurate for this event, with their winner plus method of victory predictions. And just like the winner picks, in these results we will only include channels that made method of victory predictions on at least half of all the fights on this card, so a minimum of 6. In 7th place, with 2 out of 11 method of victory predictions correct, we have That Betting Dude and the MMA Fortune Teller for a correct pick percentage of 18.2%. In 6th place, we have the following 11 channels in alphabetical order, with 1 out of 6 or 2 out of 12 correct for 16.7%. In 5th place, we have Bet Sam. He made 7 method of victory predictions and had 1 correct for 14.3%. MMA Prediction Guru had 1 out of 8 correct for 12.5%. In 3rd place is MMA with 1 out of 9 correct for 11.1%. In 2nd place, with 1 out of 12 correct, we have Aniki MMA and MMA Husky Hustler with a correct pick percentage of 8.3%. And in 1st place, with a correct pick percentage of 0%, we have Guaranteed from Brostock MMA with 0 out of 11 correct, and KC MMA, who had all method of victory predictions incorrect for every fight on this card. Which channels had the most winner plus method of victory predictions correct? At number 5, we have Adam from MMA Oddsbreaker, with 4 out of 11 correct method of victory predictions for 36.4%. Sharing 4th place, we have Marcel, also from MMA Oddsbreaker and UFC Thoughts. Both of them had 3 out of 8 method of victory predictions correct for 37.5%. In 3rd place, we have the following 6 channels with 5 out of 12 correct for 41.7%. With a correct pick percentage of 42.9%, we have Tony Has Died in 2nd place. And sharing 1st place, we have the following 6 channels in alphabetical order, and most of them had 6 out of 12 correct and 1 had 3 out of 6 correct for a correct pick percentage of 50%. And here is the overview of all 79 channels that made winner plus method of victory predictions. Also included all channels that made less than 6 predictions, with their correct predictions, total predictions and correct prediction percentage. Which channels were the least profitable with the correct winner plus method of victory predictions if you had blindly followed every one of them and placed a $100 bet on each? To calculate these results, I used the average odds from OddsJam taken 12 hours before the fights. At number 10, for least profitable channel with their winner plus method of victory predictions, we have Jake Gerber MMA with a minus 67.2% return on investment over his 12 winner plus method of victory predictions. With a minus 69.9% ROI, we have the MMA Fortune Teller at number 9. Utica from Bros Talk MMA is at number 8 with minus 70.5%. In 7th place, we have Double Vision MMA 365, Hank's Warzone, King of Crackdown 5095 and Tiger Bomb MMA with a minus 72.4% ROI. Ankh MMA is in 6th place with minus 73.3%, and in 5th place we have Dissection of Violence with minus 74.3%. In 4th place is MMA Husky Hustler with a minus 80% over his 12 method of victory predictions. With an ROI of minus 80.7%, we have MMA Prediction Guru in 3rd place. In 2nd place is Aniki MMA with a return on investment of minus 87.2%. And in 1st place, for the least profitable channels, we have of course the 2 channels that had 0 method of victory predictions correct, both for a minus 100% return on investment, with a loss of $1,100 for Guaranteed from Bros Talk MMA and minus $1,200 for KC MMA. Which channels were the biggest winners with their winner plus method of victory predictions for this event? At number 10 we have Johnny K Picks. He had 5 out of 12 method of victory predictions correct, which gave him a profit of $367 for a 30.6% return on investment. At number 9 we have Rigo with an ROI of 36.3%. BennyPMMA is at number 8 with a 37.2% return on investment. With a 53.8% ROI, we have Eagle MMA at number 7. Squeaky Puff is at number 6 with a 64.7% return on investment. At number 5, we have The Wager Zone with 73.4% ROI. With an almost 3% higher return on investment for 76.3%, we have the Weasel at number 4. In third place we have Mystic KO with a return on investment of 88%. The second least most profitable channel this week with the method of victory predictions, we have Tank Top MMA in second place with a return on investment of 93.1%. And in number 1, the channel who was the most profitable with their winner plus method of victory predictions, we have Sean from the Running Mouth MMA show. He had 3 out of 6 method of victory predictions correct, but made a really good return on investment of 116.7% for a profit of exactly $700. And his biggest win was Walter Walker by submission for $650. So congratulations to Sean and the rest of the top 10 for being the most profitable winner plus method of victory predictors for this event. And here we have the overview of all 79 channels that made winner plus method of victory predictions for this event, which also includes channels that made less than 6 predictions, with their profit or loss, their return on investment, their correct predictions, total predictions, correct percentage and their investment. Hope you enjoyed the results video of the best and worst predictors this week. If you did or found it helpful, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to support the channel while getting exclusive updates, consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a member on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much for watching, have a great week and I will see you in the next video.